Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the Edward Jones chatting cage. I'm Jackie Redmond, and this show is all about you guys at home, the fans, because you get to ask the questions, which is super cool. And our guest today is Atlanta Braves pitcher AJ Minter. So if you want to ask a question, there's two ways that you can do so. You can click the green button below and sign up or sign in for your chance to ask that question live right here on video on the show. Or if you don't want to be on video, you can tweet us your question using the hashtag chatting cage. So let's not waste any more time. Let's bring in AJ inside the Edward Jones chatting cage. Happy Friday, AJ. How you doing?
Hey, Jackie. Good to be here. Thanks.
We appreciate you taking some time. It looks gorgeous at the park today. We appreciate your time. Our first question comes from Jim on Twitter. He wants to know how you would describe the atmosphere around the team right now as you guys battle for first in the division.
Yeah, I think for the most part it's been fun. It's obviously fun to win, but at the same time, we know what we have to do. We're in the hunt for the postseason. Anything less than that, would kind of be a failure to us. So we're up for it. We're excited, and it's an exciting time here in Atlanta.
It's what it's all about, right? When you're winning, like that's what you dream of as a kid.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, another question from Twitter for you. Renee Alexandra would like to know what helped you the most to get back on the field after your Tommy John surgery.
Oh, man. Unfortunately, I've been through a lot of injuries. I had thoracic outlet right there in college my freshman year, and then my junior year, undergoing Tommy John. And the biggest thing, like I said, so I went through surgery once, so I kind of knew the process of going behind it, and then so I feel like it helped me towards Tommy John, but really just kind of breaking it down and taking it day by day. It's a long process. It's a whole year of rehab. So you can't rush into things. You got to take it slow, and I feel like the Braves did a good job with that. You're not rushing me into things. So super appreciative with them.
I imagine mentally that's probably really tough too because it's such a long process just to get back.
Absolutely.
All right, our next question comes from a fan via video. So tell us your name and what's your question?
Hey, AJ, this is Morgan. I just want to know if you've gotten to explore the new SunTrust Park, and if so, what's your favorite part of it?
Yeah, so, I got to walk around a little bit, and, by far, this is, the nicest stadium in Major League Baseball, for sure. And everything outside the stadium, probably my favorite part is right there in the Battery. There's a bunch of restaurants, a bunch of, shops for people to hang out after the games, before the games. And it just kind of brings, that atmosphere and kind of that family where everyone can come here and enjoy the ball game.
All right, our next question comes from Falcons fan 04. We can see some of your teammates back there getting loose, getting warmed up for the game. Who's the funniest teammate that you have right now?
Oh, that's an easy one. It's Peter Moylan.
Is it?
Yep. Peter, he brings a lot of energy to the field. He brings it, every single day, whether he has a bad game or a good game. He's always going to come to the field with a smile on his face, and yeah, he's awesome to be a part of.
Is he like a jokester, a prankster? Like, what makes him like a funny guy?
It's just, he's a jokester. He just puts a smile on your face every time. I guess it's part because he's Australian, so his accent makes
everything funnier, right?
That's right. You can just say, hello, what's up, mate? And he just kind of puts a smile on your face.
I love that. It's a great answer. All right, Shannon on Twitter would like to know, what's your take on what Nick Markakis is doing right now, having one of his best years at 34 years old?
That kind of speaks volume for Nick. Everyone's excited for him. He's been through it all. And it's just awesome to see, how far he's come. Finally made All-Star vote this year and did a great job. And we're just all happy for him. He's been a great leader for us this season, especially for this a young group of guys we have on this team. He's a guy that we can go to and ask questions and pick his brain. So it's awesome. We're all happy for him.
Yeah, I bet. And I got to imagine it's motivating, too, to see a guy like that at 34 years old doing what he's doing. All right, Colleen wants to know, do you prefer getting a swinging strikeout or a called strike 3?
It's definitely swinging. You want to blow a fastball right by him. So it kind of pumps you up, gets you excited, and kind of a good way to get off the field.
So basically, you want to know that you completely fooled them as opposed to them thinking they might actually have a chance at hitting it.
Right, you don't want them guessing. You just want to meet them straight up.
Because everyone guesses right once in a while, right? All right, we have a fan question for you on video once again. What's your name and what's your question?
Hi, AJ. My name's Lindsay. I just wanted to know what's the best piece of baseball advice you've ever gotten.
Best piece of baseball advice. For me, I know it might sound cliche, but keep everything simple. Whether that's baseball or pitching, whether that's hitting, fielding, outfield. You get caught up and you try to do too much. A lot of the times where I'm trying to go for a strikeout, when deep down, I just need to get a ground ball and get off the field, let my defense work behind me. And that same thing with mechanically. I want to keep my mechanics as simple as possible. That way I can repeat it every single time. And, more likely you can control your ball and, have more confidence.
All right, we are inside the Edward Jones chatting cage with Atlanta Braves pitcher A.J. Minter. Time now for the EDJ question of the day. What do you remember most about your Major League debut?
Everything that day was a blur.
Everything and nothing, probably.
Yeah, but especially, you get to the field and you're just, you're in shock, you're in awe, and you try not to get too nervous, but obviously the butterflies are going to kick in. And that's what kind of fuels you at the same time, makes you perform better. If you didn't get nervous and you didn't get butterflies, then that means doesn't mean something to you. So it's a day I'll always remember. But probably the thing I remember the most was, obviously, that phone rings in the bullpen, they call your name, and you start warming up, and everything after that's pretty much a blur.
Yeah, I bet. That's good advice for any kids watching, too. If you get nervous, that's actually a good thing. It means you care, and that you should sort of take on those nerves and just go out and have fun and do your thing.
Absolutely.
All right, next question from Twitter comes from Tom. He wants to know, do you have a favorite road ballpark that you like to pitch in, or is there a ballpark that you haven't played in yet that you're looking forward to pitching in?
Yeah, I'll answer, I guess, both. One that I haven't got to play in yet is the Texas Rangers. I grew up in Texas, watched the Rangers play. So it's a field on my bucket list. So hopefully I get to play it one day. But so far, it's a tie between, obviously Wrigley Field and Fenway. Those are two, historic ballparks with just great tradition, and it's just awesome to be a part of that.
All right, well, I look forward to seeing you pitch in Texas. That'll be a big moment for you when it does, in fact, happen. Our next question is from a fan. What's your name and what's your question?
Name is Lou Flores. Good afternoon to you both. And my question for Mr. AJ is, you are in a reliever role, so how do you stay prepared for when you get called to take the mound?
Yeah, it's a good question. For a reliever, you have to be ready to go every single day. So that's, obviously, you have to take care of your body. It starts with, getting a good night's of sleep and eating right. And, obviously, you're not going to feel 100% every single day. That's part of being a pitcher. And it's times where you have to dig down deep inside and get the job done. But for me, what I do is just try to, like I said, take care of my body. I'm a long toss every single day. That way my arm feels, fresh and strong. And for me, in the fifth inning, I start stretching. Whether that's, fourth, fifth, sixth inning, I start stretching, get loose, and you have to be prepared when, that bullpen phone rings and your name, you get called in the game.
We are inside the Edward Jones chatting cage with A.J. Minter. Our next question is from Twitter. Mike P. Lorenzo wants to know, if you weren't playing baseball, what do you think you would be doing professionally?
So if I had to pick another professional sport, or
I think
anything?
That's up to you. What do you think you would be doing if you weren't playing baseball?
Definitely be, I guess, an outdoorsman. I'll be on the hunting channel, have a nice ranch in Texas, shooting deer for a living, and that'd probably be my dream, just have a nice ranch and hopefully have my own hunting show on the outdoor channel.
If you had your own ranch, like, how many animals would you have on the ranch?
For me, I grew up, whitetail deer hunting, so I'll just be happy with that only.
Okay, fair enough. All right, we have another fan question. Andrew, what's your question?
Hey, what's up, AJ? I know a lot of baseball players have a lot of pregame routines and whatnot, so I'm just kind of curious if you have any pregame meals that your go-to all the time.
There's not any specific meal, but I always like to make a smoothie. It's got to be, chocolate milk, peanut butter, and banana, and that's it. And that's kind of my go-to whenever, I want a good snack before the game.
I love that. Chocolate milk with peanut butter and banana. That sounds like the key to me as opposed to, like, regular milk.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, one more question for you from Twitter. Randy wants to know which pitchers you looked up to or maybe tried to emulate as a kid.
For the most part, growing up, of course, you got guys like Billy Wagner, Randy Johnson. I mean, I'll be lying if I lied and said I didn't look up to Craig Kimball growing up, in high school. Watch his mechanics, his demeanor on the mound, and you just want to go out there and kind of be a bulldog on the mound and come with with aggression, but you have to control your emotions at the same time. Be that cool, calm, and collective. Just comes with confidence.
Well, obviously, looking up to those guys worked out for you because it turned out all right for you. One more question before we let you go, actually. You've got quite a beard going on right now. What is your, daily beard maintenance? What does that entail? And this question's coming from me.
Yeah, it's surprisingly, it's kind of it's hard work sometimes. You got to blow dry it a little bit. You got to get a comb and comb it out and get it straightened out. And obviously, you got to get some beard oil in it, kind of condition it and keep it soft.
I've never heard about the blow dry before, so that's interesting to me. But it looks great. Thanks for doing this. We appreciate your time. Thanks for hanging out with us in the Edward Jones chatting cage, and good luck the rest of the way this season.
All right, thanks, Jackie. Thanks for having me.
AJ Minter, everybody, and thank you guys for joining us and making this show what it is. Your questions were fantastic. We'll have more shows all season long, so make sure you check back here for the next edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. I'm Jackie Redmond, and we'll see you next time.